these months for our clans. How do they step it up another level for their finals performances?
Get a 4th star, or, which that can happen, go for the defense. Defense is so critical in these finals, and we're actually seeing it work through, which I'm pleasantly surprised. I think many of the viewers at home and myself and my co-casters expected to see some blowout, dominating, high-star wars. We have seen defenses holding, and that is big.
It's been really interesting to see the defenses coming in, as we're going to have GYY going in on Gaku's base to get us started, and this war is underway. And Lady B, we got some Electro Dragons.
Electro Dragons are something that can really help push through if it ever comes to a time factor. We've talked about that before. We're starting off, so we're way preemptive to even talk about that. But that is one thing that I always think of when I see E-Drags, because the tone was set from HT Family with those minute and 41-second E-Drag attacks. I like that he started it off with the Sneaky Goblins to help shape up some of the funnel here, and now we've got that pathing down. Now, similar to Dragon attacks, we want to see that straight line of Dragons, E-Drags, working their way through with the Stone Slammer sailing across to help come into the Town Hall.
Everything pushing right in here, and you're right, these E-Dragons will fly right on through. You don't have to do a massive setup with like a Queen Charge or anything like that. Yeah, set a little funnel, send the E-Drags, and take down the Town Hall. First star is secured for GYY, and we're well underway in this attack.
Yeah, this has got a lot of zappable value, and as we get past the core and C, we can see how closely connected these structures are, particularly the defenses, which helps him path his way through. But the use of the King blocking for the Queen, doing that tanking, allows her to hang on to this ability and do more work. But can you believe the Stone Slammer is still hanging on here?
This attack is not only overpowering this base, but look how fast. We're a minute 30 into the attack and it's almost over. Such a quick triple for GYY of Nishang Dance, starting us off with that epic 3-star with the Electro.
Favorites to win this one. So Stadra going for the Witches.
They're heavily favored in the community poll, but Stadra's going to have to respond after the epic 3-star Queen Walkers all together there, wearing their masks, being safe out there. You'll love to see it. And he's going to go ahead and zap and quake out that Expo, the scatter shot. A lot of value right there, and a lot of times we see these Super Witches just go right in at the Town Hall compartment. Gonna let this Warden funnel just a little bit, and we'll see all these Super Witches and those big boys bouncing through the middle of this base.
It has nice value from the start coming through, because we can see how it's shaped up, narrowed out the pathing quite a bit as he works his way to the Town Hall. And he's going to have an easy loop around. When we talk about witches, the style bases that you typically see the players go for are these open wall bases, because it gives you so much to push your way around, and you bring 1 or 2 jumps just to get connected inside the base. You have a few things on the outside edge, and you can really set it. But Woody said it earlier today. The biggest struggle against witches, super witches, is the time factor. So he gets moving with 2 minutes straight to the Town Hall, gets hung up a little bit on the Hound here, but he's got a great start.
This is off to an amazing start. Jumpspell is going to go ahead and give him access to that single target Inferno in that scatter shot there on the left-hand side as the Queen's walking in there. That Siege Barracks getting ready to expire, so we'll see Clan Castle troops. A lot of times we'll see like Hogs or a nice little bit of support. Look at that freeze spell on the single. We see Valkyries, 5 Valkyries coming out of that Siege Barracks to support these Witches and perhaps try to speed this attack up. As you mentioned, time always a factor with the Super Witches.
Definitely a factor with them. Queen, I'm a little bit worried about, because I think we're going to have to see her ability used earlier than he wants to, but this is moving along at a good pace. Both scatters are down. We just have the Eagle to get to, and the Super Witches are right there, and it's all about cleanup. We do have the single targeting Inferno that is firing up, but we've got the Royal Champion to come in, and the Seeking Shield that is going to get this taken down. Time is looking like it's completely on his side here.
That's right, getting to the back end of the base here. The Royal Champion taking down that compartment, and it's really, we just got to get to that Tesla farm near the bottom of the base, which we have the Royal Champion stuff. We still have the Queen's ability working through here, and plenty of Witches and big boys. This should get there, but the time issue, it's going to actually be close, as 80% and only 34 seconds remain.
Yeah, the Queen's hanging on to this ability. We've got the big boys doing tanking, which is going to help with his Tesla farm, but he's got to get through this storage. The storage is going to hold things off just a little bit. It's good that he's been able to reserve the queen ability. That's what I was worried about. This extra power here with the archers is going to help clear things out, especially as those big boys tank. 9 seconds left, and Stadra comes through and throws down the 3-star banks.
We were expecting to see some big numbers put up in this war, and they are not disappointing so far. 2 attacks on the board and 2 triples. Nichang.
And he's got a little bit of everything in here. What is he using? We got P.E.K.K.A.s, we got Yetis, we got witches. What is going on with this attack, Lady B?
I would almost say a Noah's Ark, but he doesn't have 2 of everything. But he's going with the Yeti P.E.K.K.A. bow, which we did see earlier today as well. I mean, if a base is asking for bringing in those P.E.K.K.A.s, you bring them. They add a little bit of extra tank. You get the Yetis that help with their Yetimites, a little bit of the witches on the outside, but the key thing here is the bowlers. The bowlers need some tank so they can get that bounceable value, which we're going to see once they get past the scatter shot chambers here, where you have the buildings a little bit closer connected. But it's all about the funnel. It's all about getting inside this base with a double layer wall break and a jump. He's got his way set and in place to get to the town hall.
Li Feng going with almost a hybrid smash here, using a Yeti smash and a P.E.K.K.A. smash all together here to make these work, getting that nice jump spell, getting access right into that scatter shot, and everything's going to work over towards that town hall. Still has the headhunter in hand with the royal champion and a super wall breaker. I like the way this one's shaping up. I was a little bit curious about it, but it is off to a strong start. Just got to get to that eagle in the back end.
Yeah, those P.E.K.K.A.s add a lot of firepower to the lead. We see it with the siege barracks. When you drop the siege barracks, you have that helping to come out. We've got more Valks coming out of the siege barracks as well. We saw that in the earlier raid, helping with the cleanup here, but we still have to get through the last remaining chambers where we have an eagle that is still firing down. And the royal champion is being reserved at this point to come in and help snipe things off. I do notice a lonely giant all the way on the top, 12 o'clock side of the base. This would be a good opportunity to drop that royal champ with some tanking allowed, but he's not doing that quite yet.
But we got still quite a bit of forces up here. This attack, it looked like a hodgepodge of everything, but really this worked really nicely. The P.E.K.K.A.s and Yetis used in combination to tank here. Now Royal Champion's going to come in and help finish off these defenses, and this is looking like another 3-star for Nichang Dance. Li Feng getting the job done for his squad and putting them back in the lead with another 3 stars back to back for Nichang Dance. You gotta love it.
These 3 stars,
Gonna have to respond for Queen Walkers. What are you bringing to the table, Gaku? Let's check it out. Oh baby, we got us a Queen Charge hybrid.
He's not only bringing the hybrid, he is bringing a big smile. I'm so glad to see them happy, relaxed, enjoying being here. This is the World Championship Finals. This is a huge event that we get to watch, and it's an honor for these teams and players to participate in. So I'm glad that he's able to enjoy this while it's going on. Now the Queen charging her way in to take on this scatter shot, looking to shape up the base, but I do notice that he's actually using the natural path of the core of this base, which is voided out with the walls, to shape it up.
He did a great job there. One headhunter came in and took down that enemy queen and helped out with the enemy king. So his queen was able to stay up through there. And here comes that king and siege barracks, and the miners and hogs are going to go right in towards the town hall. I love the way Gaku has started this one off, and he's going to push right through this town hall nice and early.
Yeah, great use of the warden ability here, because it not only protects everything coming through the town hall, but it helps protect them from the initial damage coming in from that scatter shot. The queen wraps around the core, does have to force the ability. We're going to see if it's going to be enough. No, it's not. The queen's not going to be able to survive too much longer with all the heat coming at her, but she's done a great amount of work. It's just going to be up to the remainder of this hybrid to get it done and trying to keep the royal champion ability. But there is so much firepower, and it is massacring through things, and the royal champion just popped the hound.
Yo, man, unfortunate for Gaku. That queen just was not quite able to hang on. That scatter shot just took out all of those troops, and it's really going to be a huge misstep here with a 71% with Nichang Dance coming out on fire. This one is going to be this is a huge misstep in my opinion. A 72% 2-star for Gaku Banks.
It looks so promising.
Is off of this. This puts them in a bit of a lead, and at any stage of these finals, you do not want to give your opponent something to grasp on. So Sue brings us through with the hybrid, but starts off with the Yeti Blimp. This is to take down the single targeting Inferno and make a much safer path for the Queen charge portion. Has to quickly drop down those healers just to get the Queen safely through. The freeze comes down just in time.
Wow. Oh man, that made me nervous, Sue. Hesitated on the healers, and the Queen was distracted on that army camp there. She almost went down, or at least forced the ability, and poisoned out that super minion, and this Queen's gonna look to charge towards that northern portion of the base. Baby Dragon gonna clean up this trash, should have no problem clearing out everything down there at that 6 o'clock position. And here we go. Oh my goodness, that Queen steps right into that one tile opening, and she's gonna have access to everything if he can. Oh my goodness, the wall breaks right open, Lady B.
Oh, that's a great position for this Queen. She can pick up so much in this side, and we can already see how it's shaping up. And that Baby Dragon down at 6 o'clock is going to continue on to pick up some additional cleanup and storage, which is necessary for hybrids. When you're doing hybrid attacks, you have to think about the time factor, which is typically why you want your Queen to survive as well. So if you can do any cleanup along the way while the Queen is going on, it puts you in a much better position. But still trying to work this Queen through, get her in towards that multi-targeting Inferno section. We do have the hybrid down and around now, and the King has to keep them pushed inside this base.
A little bit of a precarious King drop rather, as he kind of went inward and didn't really funnel the outside. If the miners just get one of those buildings on the outside, they're going to go around the base. But it looks like we get the miners and the hogs right up the middle here. We do have the Royal Champion, that Scattershot, doing some massive work. Queen finally has to force her ability to take down that enemy King. But man, this one is fading fast in the core. Sue is just fighting to keep his troops alive.
This Royal Champion is trying to hang on too. She got forced to the outside. Typically, you want to see her working behind your hogs and your miners. A lot of times when you're using your heroes with these troops, you want them to be tanked forward because you want to allow them the opportunity to keep their abilities for the very end of the raid. While we still have the miners going on, not having the Royal Champion, not having the Queen is really going to make this continue to suffer. But for Yuta, this is going to be a great defense and something that can help turn them back around here.
But remember, that misstep from Queen Walkers was a low 2-star. Sue's working this up towards that 85% mark. He still does have 2 balloons. Was trying to see if that air defense would go down, but not going to get too much more, but still going to put them, even if Queen Walkers can respond with a 3-star, Nishang Dance will be up highly on percentage as that balloon drops down and takes down 2 more buildings. You love it. Oh my goodness. Valiant effort there for Sue from Nishang Dance.
To try and get that psychological motivation going. And Stars is a star hitter here. We know from the 6th qualifier, hitting at 100% hit rate for Queen Walkers, looking to do the same with the Zapquake Lalo.
He was a huge factor in getting his squad into this World Championship, as you mentioned, going perfect in that qualifier, and he's looking to bring his team back and make it near even here. Zapquake Lalo gonna go in. I love this entry of the Zapquake Lalo. Gonna go ahead and take out the clan castle and get all the surrounding buildings down. I thought we may see the triple quake go on the town hall here, but elects to not get the town hall down. Sometimes we'll see that triple quake weaken up the town hall, and then the Royal Champion will come in and finish it off. But we don't quite see that there. Maybe with the single target Inferno, he elected to go with more of a hero dive towards the town hall.
Looks like the King's gonna try and take on a lot of damage by taking down that scatter shot with the Queen, busting straight through. The Royal Champion helping her out, but we have the single targeting Inferno to worry about, and a Troll Tesla that pops up on the outside. He does have a freeze, and the Queen is just out of range, so this is a lot of value. Unfortunately, the King did not get what he wanted to see out of that. That scatter shot remains, so this means adjusted pathing, and we still have that single targeting Inferno up. That's gonna wind up on the tail end of this raid.
He's working his Stone Slammer right in towards that scatter shot, so the scatter shot will go down without issue, but that scatter shot will now be weakened as it had to be redirected here, and we're going to have that Lalo come in from that like 10, 11 o'clock position and fly right through the base. We do still have that enemy queen in that first compartment, but we have those two headhunters, which could be used in tandem with the Warden ability to take down that queen. And here we go, Lady B. This attack is well underway, and we're flying through.
Freezes up the multi. He knows that is a huge issue for his loons coming in, and a perfectly placed tornado trap keeps them from working their way through that haste. They do finally get there, but tons of air traps come out. He does manage to get it down, supports with additional loons coming through, but he's still got the scatter shot to worry about on the back end, but he's got to freeze in a haste.
The headhunters did not get the queen down. The minions and lava pumps are going to try to finish it off. Scattershot gets frozen, and here we go with that haste. This is a crucial haste. If this scatter goes down, Stars should secure the 3-star for the Queen Walker squad. Stars coming in clutch yet again with a beautiful recovery on this Lalo portion.
This was what they need. They need this motivation coming through the 3-star to get them hyped to start pulling in more triples and see if they can get it done. But it still needs to wind up on defense here, Banks.
Right, you are, Lady B. The Stars are level pegging, so now it is all about that percentage rate.
A bit angry about that triple that came through, looking to get some revenge here, and coming in with the Zapquake Dragon. We've got 8 lightning spells plus the 1 quake, and this is because we've got the queen right inside the Warden aura, so this gives her a little extra health power. He actually gets her right outside of that zone, so he can spare this additional lightning spell.
Very good read right there. We do have the Royal Champion coming in, trying to get as much value as possible, setting up the pathing very nicely here for the dragons. We do have a few balloons and those sneaky goblins, which we've seen in previous attacks, just used on those higher hit point buildings to set the funneling and set the pathing so the dragons don't get caught on those storages.
This is a lovely start here, and that zap, that lightning spell down with the Royal Champion, her Seeking Shield, clearing out a huge chunk of this base to start off a nice, clean dragon path.
And look at this pathing right towards the town hall. It's basically a breadcrumb path right into the town hall. Let's see what you got, Tien. Can you finish this one off?
I like that he's going to reserve these heroes a little bit further up to the base for the cleanup, because he does have a fairly narrow push here. We're going to see the blimp sailing across through the Warden aura to try and make its way to the town hall, but we've got the split of the drags and unfortunately stuck here a little bit in that tornado trap. They do manage to make their way in, and here comes the push, sending in the blimp. The Warden ability will keep everything alive and well, and because they passed so well through, he did not need to force it right off the bat, waiting just as they make that contact there.
The Warden ability being able to be held through that Giga Bomb was massive. Tien, great read, seeing that no Seeking Air Mines were coming up to take out his blimp or those dragons, so was able to hold on to that ability, and this is looking really, really nice for Nisheng Dance. All he has to do is get through this final compartment, and he's going to have a triple in his hands.
Look at these heroes. He held them so long until the dragons got there, which gives him even more firepower as he works his way through this scatter shot. The dragons can take on that fire, especially when you've got them in so many counts full. And the queen, we may just even see her hang on to this ability, though I don't think he wants to risk it. I think
You gotta go, Lady. You gotta get that time moving. We've talked about that before, especially in these close wars. Use that queen's ability and finish off this storage and get this base destroyed. Tien gonna get the triple for Nisheng Dance and put them back in front. Uses the queen ability right there at the end. Oh, look at this. We got a regular golem in there, Lady B.
We do have a regular golem. He's going for a big push. When you see that level 10 tanky golem, you know, and the wall wrecker combination, you know he wants to go for a massive hero dive here in towards the town hall. Now, Klaus, I do want to remind everyone at home watching, he hit at a 100% hit rate in the 6th qualifiers. So he's looking to come in and continue this push for Queen Walkers to try and make their way through safely in this first day. We've got the heroes lined up, and again, look how far across they are from the town hall. That wall wrecker needs to work its way in. So that's a long line drive in. That golem doing the tanking he needs to see.
Here comes that wrecker. I'm trying to figure out what we're going with here. The wrecker's going to push in right towards that scatter shot. Okay, I see what you're doing, Klaus. I'm picking up what you're putting down. King and Queen going to get down that Eagle Artillery. Look at this base. It is getting gutted right now. King's ability will help take down that Royal Champion. The Queen will go ahead and work through there. And this is also a strong start with the Tornado Trap getting pulled now.
Yeah, the tornado trap got pulled. I was a little bit worried about what was coming out because it held off the wall wrecker just a little bit. Managed to get down the scatter shot, clear out a huge portion of this base now. And we've got a line drive straight to the town hall for the Lalo pathing. We've got the push coming in. 22 loons still at his disposal to wrap around the base. And the warden needs to step up to the plate because as he pushes into the town hall, this is where we need to see the Eternal Tome.
38% on that opener from the heroes, wall wrecker and golem combination. Nice freeze on the town hall to make sure it doesn't take those balloons down. He still has an extra poison in his hand, and here we go with the haste spell, getting those balloons moving through with the Warden's Eternal Tome. He's got a lot of units still up. This is looking really good for the Queen Walkers, keeping them alive, coming in with a great attack here from Klaus.
So clean, and the haste down to get them through the air defense, the multi-targeting infernos, and a quick sweep through all these single targeting defenses that remain. And with this many loons there, it's not an issue to get through. Cleanup is down and around, the minions and pups swarming this base, plus we've got the warden alive helping to snipe things off.
Lady B, it's a balloon parade. These balloons gonna clean up the remaining structures on the outside of this base. Excellent setup on this attack from Klaus. Great read, and that's what we see from these experienced teams, reading the bases, knowing what they need to do, and making it work, making it happen. That opener was incredible. I love to see it, and he's gonna finish it off with the 3-star here. But remember, Queen Walkers still down on percentage though, Banks.
Yes.
3-star will secure it for Nishang Dance. The pressure is on Eunuch as he comes in with more Zap Quake Lalo. Going directly over at the clan castle, opens up, gets the town hall activated, which makes us assume that we're likely going to see potentially this Royal Champ used to take on, but he's going to need some tank.
I'm a little bit worried about this Royal Champion here. He did get a little bit of damage there on that single target Inferno. So we'll see the shield come in, but he's going to have to use a little bit of spell support, I would think, to help get this town hall down with just the... Nope. Royal Champion goes down. Okay, he's going to send the King and Queen in there. I see what I got. I'm picking it up nice and slow, lady. I'm figuring it out.
Yeah, the King's coming in. It has damage on it. We do have the Ice Golem as well to help tank for this one, but the King is also a nice tanky unit. He's going patiently through this, and you gotta worry when time could be a factor. Ice Golem down to tank for the Queen just to pick up a little bit more with the scatter shot. The King still has that ability. He will make a nice push into the town hall, help to get it down, and the Queen will be able to take on so much more as it works through. But look at what he's created here for his Lalo. We've got a nice line intact with the Eagle Artillery standing and with a scatter shot right there. So that means we're going to see the Warden ability helping to come through, particularly as we have the Queen, the scatter shot, and the multi-targeting Inferno all in one little triangular section.
He just crushed the whole right side of this base with the zaps and that hero. And oh my goodness, here we go with the Lalo, and he still has his siege machine unit going to look to finish this one strong. Remember, a 3-star here pushes Nishang Dance into tomorrow, but here we go with that blimp going to come in and perhaps help out. Oh no, the blimp's going all the way to the scatter. I was going to say perhaps help out with the Queen, but it's going for the scatter shot. I like it. Eunuch looking strong. Gonna try to finish this base off with a 3-star.
Direct right in there on the dead zone. Takes it out. Clear cut, calculated to work through, but he needs the final push here. The haste sweeps those loons in the freeze, holds things off, but he we still gotta worry about the Royal Champion and the Grand Warden.
no.
We still have the Queen alive, but this is not boding well for Eunuch.
Oh, the balloon does not quite get that Warden pedal. He does have a lot of tanking out front, no splash chips. Not necessarily tanking, but if those minions and pups can stay in front of the Queen, he can still finish this one off with the 3 stars. He works towards the last portion of this base. The Queen's working here. The storage is going down. The lava pups and the minions are going to tank just enough for the Queen, and Eunuch's going to put this one away. Oh, no, the tornado trap. I can't handle it. He's still going to get the 3-star here. Wait, time. Oh, no.
Get the Queen in, and we've got the wheel spinning.
No.
Makes his way through.
No.
And there's traps, and it's a 99%. His team.
I thought that was crushed, but the Queen did not go down from the headhunters, and she took out the pack of balloons, and then the Royal Champion Tornado Skeleton. Wow, what a defense. Yuta has to 3-star here for his team to move on to tomorrow. This is not an elimination matchup, mind you, so the loser of this matchup will not be eliminated from Worlds, but they will have to go on to play a little bit later in an elimination matchup. Yuta gonna go ahead and zap and Quake and Royal Champion out that single target Inferno and start off with a Queen charge for his Lalo.
We still have an Expo up. We're going to have to see the direction of the Queen ideally pathing to take on the Eagle here. We do have the King down set in place. This is going to be a big push with the double layer wall break. Now, when you see this, you want to core out the base. You want to see the Queen working in to take on the scatter shot, taking on the clan castle troops, and the King is giving her that natural push to get up to that Expo that still remains here.
Oh man, that first wall breaker goes down, that scatter shot. The Queen may go around and not quite the way he wants. All right, finally gets in, which will give him access to the scatter, but there's a lot for this Queen to take on down here with the King stepping up, that Warden pedestal, the scatter shot targeting her. It's going to be tough for her to stay up, and that ability may come in. Oh, right there.
Ability comes down. We still have the clan castle to worry about. Can she work her way through? He's been using those freezes left and right to get out the scatter shot. He's able to hold off those super minions as well in the poison, so this Queen can try and survive, pick up just a little bit more value, but he's courted out beautifully. No air sweepers remain. We do have the scatter shot at 6 o'clock, which could be something he has to worry about, but he's got that freeze, that last remaining freeze that he's been holding on to.
The Queen should be fine. She's back to full health as the balloons make their way to the town hall, and Yuta 14 is flying his way through this base. GYY's base is looking to go down. We still have that last haste spell to push in through that scatter shot. The Queen fighting off the skeletons and trying to get through those defenses, but with the Stone Slammer still up, you like to think this is going to be a triple, and Yuta 14 is going to clutch it up for the Queen Walkers.
This is what Queen Walkers were hoping for. We were worried about the percent, but at the end of the day, when you find that final opening, when you have that defense that comes through, you give it your all, and you go home with the 3-star Yuta coming in and getting it done for Queen Walkers today, Banks.
An incredible ending to what an...